What's up everyone, EmParallax here. We have no intro music or any of that because boy do I have a story for all of you. And it all started when I was trying to complete some of the shelter missions. So I was like, oh perfect, I'll get a sleepless, I'll get a demon hunter. That means I'll be able to 6-star sleepless, I'll be able to 10-star demon hunter. But I'm going through, knew I was able to get scary as well. And then I realized I don't have 4 windwalkers. So that's kind of when the story begins. But first we'll go over, was able to 6-star sleepless. I'm pretty sure this was my first 6-star dark hero. So that's something. But here's where I start making some of my decisions. I need 2 more 4-star windwalkers. So I'm like, okay, let's go through some of the less impactful options that I have. So I have, I think, 46 basic summoning scrolls. So going through, what you don't see is that I had to empty my inventory about 2 or 3 times because I've been so close to the max. Now I'm like, okay, 0 windwalkers from basic summons. Now let's try the hearts. I have any friends that will give me some good luck. I got a 5-star, which isn't bad, but filtering through. Long story short, this is going to be a series of how can I get Windwalker, and as I go and cross off methods, I start getting more and more desperate. So after the heart summons give me 0 windwalkers, I have, after about 10 minutes of looking and trying to make the decision, I decide to spend all my dragon scales on 4-star forest shards. Well, here is one of the things that I definitely think is a little bit wonky with the game right now, and that is the randomness of these bulk summons. How in the world do I get 8 the gray-eyed or the gray ones, whatever his name is, and 2 Zekas and nothing else? I don't know what the odds are, but not very good. So that's one of the things I don't like. However, so now is when I decide to use my few prophet orbs, which is probably not a good decision. You don't normally want to do this, but to get for a 10-star, I felt like it would be a waste if I didn't try to get it. And boom, got 1. I don't even know I got Vesa. Well, I do a little bit, but it doesn't even register. I was basically not a Windwalker. But finally, I got my Windwalker. So it's time for me to get 50 million gold and a 5-star demon hunter. So here is where things get awesome. So was able to cash in. I didn't even know, but I had 2 Vesas. So I was able to 6-star Vesa, which hopefully I'll be able to get her to 10-star. That's the plan. Because as many have been brought to my attention, and as I've now realized that Vesa is actually quite a good healer. So this portion of the video is where we're doing some food preparation. I'm making a tasty dragon slayer salad, and I'm gonna feed him to my demon hunter. So as you go, I'm just feeding. While I'm leveling and awakening and all that stuff, I'll take this time to go over some of my, I guess, a new strategy, or I guess a change in my outlook of how I store some of my heroes. Now, as I need a lot more food, 9 stars, I started keeping, I always keep copies of heroes now that I want to eventually have a 10-star of, and then I also started keeping quantity or certain heroes like Dragon Slayer, where I have 5 of them. So basically, eventually, I'll be able to get another junk 9-star. So here's where again I was one 5-star short. So I ended up using guild coins to get another fodder 5-star. I will be talking, that is probably one decisions, more of a trade-off decision, where I guess before I talk about the trade-off, I'll talk about we're making some Dominator dessert, and to do this I'm trying to get Dominator to 9-star. So I say, well, we already spent half of my profit orbs, let's spend the rest of them. So going through, it's got a bod. Then as you'll see, nothing pops up. Oh, got a Lutz, but nothing that I actually thought I needed to get a 6-star. However, looking back to the good old guild shop, I spent another 10,000 on bod to get a 6-star bod. Now this isn't a bad situation because I had never had a 6-star bod, so now I have that cool icon for bod the boss. So everyone loves bod. But back to the decision and the trade-off. One of probably the biggest trade-offs that I now am looking back on as I get more 10-star heroes is my guild coin spending. So earlier in Idle Heroes, I put a lot of guild coins into fodder 4 and 5-star heroes. So what that meant was I was able to get Awaken heroes a little bit faster than normal. However, on the flip side, now that I'm at the 10-star phase, I am very, very, very behind some other players, and I know that. So that was a trade-off that I've made. So just little words of advice. I think a lot of people focus on tech, which isn't a bad thing. I think there's a happy medium where you can spend a little bit on heroes to get you over some tough grinds, but the majority of which going towards tech, especially late game, is very helpful. So there was Demon Hunter 10-star. Didn't mention that. She looks awesome. And now it's time to feed Ormus up to 10-star. So this is the first push that I've had 2 10-stars in one push. It's pretty awesome. So I'm super pumped. Now, basically how I have one more 10-star. I don't really have any close to 10-starring yet, so we'll kind of see what happens. But the biggest thing now is just guild tech, the Celestial Island, and just getting some gear and maybe some orange artifacts. That's the one thing that I've had been struggling on and not having as many. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and be on the lookout for some Aspen Dungeon action soon to come.